Hunters, we're back with another guide video on how to beat Rooftop Rumble Nightmare mode. Oh, Hunters, this one's so hard. It is a really difficult one. I think this is the hardest rift out there to complete. But nonetheless, we've got the gear set up for what we used. We had 3 DPS and 1 tank. I think that's the easiest way of doing it. And shout out to Ads as well for this, because it was an OP tank. Your tank is like the critical part of this setup. If you got a good tank, you're going to beat this rift. So we'll run through the gear setup of our DPS, and we had snow globes, rockets, and the multi-zapper equipped, along with the portable portal. And you want the multi-zapper in your 3rd slot, so when your portable portal charges up, your multi-zapper's firing. Then we had the R&B mixtape, unstable lightning, and then explodomatic trigger for our passives. R&B mixtape because the DPS sort of stand together, and you sort of heal each other when you're inside each other's radius there. And then for the rings, we had the explosive ring, the echo ring, and the time ring. Obviously, putting a bit more damage into our gadgets. But you can also run the auto zapper passive instead of the explodomatic trigger. 2 of us had the auto zapper, 1 of us had the explodomatic trigger, and it worked out for us. But you can sort of mix it a little bit there. Probably the auto zapper is the way to go for all 3. But nonetheless, it worked out for us running it this way. And for the tank setup, we obviously had the toothpick and shield, take 25% less damage. The super loud whistle, because you want to pull the bosses towards the tank. That is a key aspect to completing this run. And then we had the splash heal, the heal and mist. Then we had the clover, healthy snacks, and R&B mixtape as the passives. Then we had the bulk ring, vitality ring, and restoration ring equipped for the tank. So we went full, obviously full heal, full defense mode for the tank. So let's dive into the replay and see how we took it down. So we're inside the rift, and like I said, Hunters, this is a really hard one, and the pressure's on the tank, I think. But we come in with the first round, and we just spammed our gadgets. You can see we've got a lot of AoE gadgets on with the snow globe, multi-zapper, and the rockets. And we didn't do saving gadgets to round 1 and this, that, and the other. We all just played away. DPS stuck together, like you can see inside the replay. And we just spammed our gadgets when we got them. We're just trying to kill everything as quick as possible, and just trying to take everything down as quick as possible. We're sort of standing together because, like I say, the R&B mixtape does heal us. And we're just popping our gadgets. And we're just obviously got to get close to these monsters when you're popping your snow globe. Make sure it's inside the radius. And don't worry if someone dies, guys, honestly, because you still can do it. You'll see in the replay, one or 2 of us do die. We do get a bit too close to the monsters. But it still can be done, so don't lose faith. So DPS just sticking together. And if you need a bit of cover, just go behind these metal boxes that we're doing inside of the replay, just to get a bit of cover from the monsters and stuff. So as long as you're sticking together with your DPS, tank's doing a good job using his super loud whistle, pulling the monsters to him. You should be able to get it done. It's going to be hard to get it done in super record times, unless you're high level, I think. But you can just see from the replay, we're trying to stick together with our portable portals and just spamming our gadgets. And like I said, it's the tank who's got the hard job, I think. He has got a lot of healing, a lot of tankiness there to absorb a lot of DPS, but he has got a big job on his hands to try and keep the monsters together with the super loud whistle. Because if the monsters are close together, it's a bit easier hitting everything with your snow globe, you see. So that was the purpose behind that. Like I say, we're just sticking together. Ads has pulled them in the corner so we can try and use our AoE gadgets and do a lot of damage to all the monsters in one go. And our R&B mixtapes, putting life back into all the DPS units on the battlefield there. Just trying to stay alive. And then we're just chipping away, using our portable portal, and that obviously that's going to charge up. And if they're close together, the multi-zapper is going to hit them much better inside of this run. And then the bug lords, they've got so much life. They've got so much life. I was thinking, I don't know if we're going to do this in time, because these bug lords do take a bit of killing. And then in this round, just be mindful of these scorchers, because they're deadly. But like I say, we've got a lot of AoE gadgets going, so we just spam them when the scorchers come in. We make easy work of them. And then we're on to another heavy scorcher here. Just trying to keep our distance, because he does do a melee attack, which does a lot of damage. So do be mindful of that. And like I say, the tank's doing an awesome job there. GG's to Ads. Super, super good Moco player. Really good understanding of the game. I think he's up there on the top global leaderboards. So I was pretty fortunate to have him in my team and have him in my friends lists and be a friend with him. So he can help me with such hard rifts like this one. Like you see there, the heavy scorcher, I got a bit too close for comfort. He more or less one-shot me there with his claw. So do be a bit mindful of that. But like you say, if you do die, don't worry, you still can complete it. So don't lose faith. And we're all just trying to stick together, chip away at that heavy scorcher there. And we've still got a little charge it up. So we're trying to take that down. We've got our multi-zapper coming in there. Does nice damage to multiple units. And we're on to wave 7, I think it is, again, just spamming the gadgets. And it is a strategy where you try to stay in the top right corner and stuff, but you can see from the replay, we didn't sort of do that. We just played away, as long as the DPS units are sort of trying to stick together like we are inside of this video. You know, it's a viable little strategy, but we're just using the corners for a little bit of cover if needs be. And this is where the danger starts with these axe hoppers, because they spin around and they're really hard to evade. Really, really hard to evade, and they do a lot of DPS. But I was just trying, I knew I was in trouble there, so I was just trying to get as much damage as I possibly could to all three of them with my snow globe before they killed me. And like I say, I've died again, and another hunter did die inside there, because I noticed we had 3 hunters alive, so there was 2 of us dead, so there's only 2 hunters alive. So like I said, don't worry about dying, you can do it. We were down to 2 hunters at one point, and we're all just trying to do a bit of damage and reconverge back in this corner and sort of stick together. I'm trying to put a bit of life back into Carlo with my R&B mixtape. And then again, Axe Hopper got me. And this is where the tank's job's important. To try and aggro these monsters with the super loud whistle and stuff. But it has got a cooldown, guys. Don't forget, it has got a cooldown. The tank can only do so much. So you just got to be mindful. And I do miss a couple of more rockets as well inside this run. I was a bit unfortunate there. So it was a bit of a clunky run. But like I say, it just goes to show it can be done. It can be done. We didn't do it perfectly, and we're just dashing out the way of them attacks. And we can see the reef coming in unstable there. Multi-zappers coming off the portable portals, and we get it done in 4 minutes 56. And like I did say throughout that replay, don't worry about dying. Players can die. You can come back to life and complete this rift. And I missed a few of my EOA gadgets. Let's be honest, guys. I missed a few of my EOA gadgets, so I missed some DPS, and we still got it done. So that's the loadouts we used. That was a loadout the tank used. Like you say, the tanks, you're going to have to get yourself a good tank. It's going to be really difficult to complete this with randoms. So my Discord's always open to you guys. Jump into my Discord server if you need help. Post in there. I'm sure we can try and get a team together and help you guys out as well. If you did like this video, consider dropping me a like. You want to see more Moco content, feel free to subscribe. Good luck, hunters.